Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, in our last video, we did the single understack pass, which is a way to get, around your partner's guard. And then we ended with side control. Now, today we are starting with side control. We're actually going to be getting to the Kimura from north-south. Now, we have done the Kimura from north-south before, but it started with a knee on belly. That was a slightly different feed. So check this out. It's pretty simple. Okay, let's break it down. As I mentioned before, we're going to be in side control. Now, when I'm in side control, I love to use my shoulder. We actually call it the shoulder of justice. And you're really pressing on the side of their face to, push their face away. So, for them to escape, they actually want to be looking towards you. What you want to do, the person on top, is actually using your shoulder to push them away. Now, in my case, I'm actually going to be freeing up one of my hands, and so I'm going to be using my shoulder, not as a way to push them away, but to hold them down so they can't escape. So, I start in side control, and you can see my shoulder is pushing over here. This is a way for me to be able to control them just with one hand. I am looking south. I'm looking towards their feet, and I am grabbing this hand, and with the hand that's underneath their head, I'm going to be doing a figure four grip. Now, in this case, I'm using my torso to hold them down. Really, you're using their pressure until you are dragging them off to their side. So you're using the hand, kind of a handle, using their whole arm as a handle, and you're pulling them up to one side. Now, two things are going to happen. Throwing my leg over their head, actually trapping this near arm here too so that they can't use it to escape. But a couple of things are happening. I am sitting squarely on their head and shoulders. Really very tight, no extra room. This person may be holding on to their belt. They know what's going to happen with this arm, so they're really holding on to the belt. Now, if I'm holding onto the belt and I start grabbing their arm upwards, the S grip is very strong. But if I was to pull their fingers out, their fingertips aren't quite as strong. So what you want to do is you want to pull the arm out and then move it. Another thing is, this person here could be extremely strong. I do not want to move with my little arms. They're big, herky arms. What I want to do, I'm in the Kimura grip, what I want to do is secure the arm and move my whole body. I'm not moving their arms with my arms in space. I'm securing, popping the grip, reaching over, and moving the Kimura to their back. But I'm moving my whole torso. That's very important. Again, I'm in side control, using the shoulder of justice, looking towards the south. That's another reason why I might want to do this, is because if they look and say, gosh, I wonder what's happening, all I can see is the back of my head. So another reason why I'm using my shoulder. Grabbing the arm, still maintaining pressure on their torso. Figure four grip. Yank up. Feed my foot over. This far leg over here, I'm kind of stapling their forearm to the floor with my shin. More important, I'm I need to pop this grip. They may be, you know, holding onto their belt, so I'm popping it very, 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 very slowly, starting to move their arm behind their belt. And that brings me to the single biggest mistake, is that when you have a submission, once it's secured, you are not in any rush to, you know, turn your friends into pretzels, because the shoulders are pretty delicate. You want to give people time to think about the mistakes that they've made in their lives, and you want them to think, oh, nope, I can't get out, tap. And if you just crank the Kimura, well, you know, you may have injured your partner for the next 6 months. They won't be around to play with you. And, you know, you don't want to break your friends, or else they, you know, might think twice about rolling with you and training in the future. And if you don't have any partners, well, you can't train unless you've got a dummy. So, I mean, I would say, you know, practice on a dummy, but if you're so fortunate to have a real training partner, go super slowly. The other mistakes, as I was making, so I was saying, when you are in the north-south position, you are sitting on their head. You are squeezing their shoulder. You do not want to give them extra space. As I mentioned before, it's a mistake to just pull up, because you know what? They're holding onto their belt. You want to bring the hand out in front of the belt. And then the last thing, as I said, is you do not want to just move their arms freely in space. You want to secure your arms to your torso, really trap the back of their arm against your chest, snap the grip, lift up, and I'm moving my whole torso. And that way, even if they're a really strong person, you know what? Their arms aren't stronger than my torso. And if my hands are really close to my torso, they're moving as a unit. So that's very important. Okay, let's try this one more time. I got a side control here. I got the shoulder of justice. Brock here can't see what I'm doing. Really sucks to be him, because this is a really painful position. Grabbing this arm. Still using my torso weight. Getting the Kimura grip. Dragging to my side. Walking over their head. Trapping this near arm. Stapling it with my shin. I got the Kimura grip here. I am popping their grip off their belt. And then super, 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 super slowly give your partner here time to tap, and yeah, everything will be good. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the Kimura from north-south. Like I said before, we do another Kimura from north-south, but it's knee on belly, but a lot of the same concepts. Well, we're going to be continuing to do more classic moves in the next couple of videos. Hope you check it out. Thanks for sharing this series with others, and thank you very much for your support of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.